So when I talk to farmers about China, I'm like, listen, to be honest with you, the president is right that we have a big problem with China. He's right. Now, he's diagnosed the problem wrong, and his proposed solution isn't the right solution. But he's right, we have a problem. China is our main rival economically, no question. China has become our rival economically by working hard, making smart investments, but also by not playing by the rules. They've acted like pirates. And that's really the best word I can come up with. They've stolen intellectual property. They're building illegal islands in the South China Sea. And they're engaging in disinformation wars in our own country. So we have to deal with them. But the problem with the way the president is dealing with it is, first, he looks at the problem wrong. He thinks the problem is the trade deficit. That's not the problem. The problem is the theft of property. And he also thinks the way to go about them is on a one-off basis, a go-it-alone approach. When in fact the way to go about it is to get all of our allies, which is the greatest, most valuable thing we have as a country, which is this portfolio of amazing allies who will follow us, and all of our companies on the same page and bring it to China that way. For example, we have a law in this country, it's called the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. And you know what it says? It says that if you bribe a foreign government to get a contract, you go to jail. That's what it says, right? Makes sense. But what we allow our companies to do is we allow them to enter into joint ventures with Chinese companies where we know the government is going to steal the property. And a lot of that intellectual property, you know where it came from? It came from you. It came from your taxpayer dollars going to research at NIH and all these other places that created innovation that was then commercialized by these private companies. In other words, you all own a bunch of that research that they're putting in joint ventures to get access to the markets. That ought to be, in my opinion, illegal. So that's how you go after China.